to the show, welcome to the show. Here to give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabruhz.
Hey, welcome back.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of podcast. So you already know how we gonna do it. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off like usual. My name is Jerell.
I'm Corey.
And we are the
Cannabruhz.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what? All we do is put you on game, give you a little word on the street, and a little plug talk when it comes to the industry and anything included in the cannaverse, right? So today we have some interesting stuff for you as usual. So
always.
Always, right? We always got something for them, something they can look forward to. We hope you guys are enjoying the podcast and everything that we're bringing forth. We're just trying to do our thing and put our flavor on this interesting industry of ours. The cannabis industry is growing, it's booming, it's changing every day. So it's not something that we could have just made a post about. We had to find a way to speak and connect with the people, So here we are, right? So you already know how we're gonna kick it. I'm gonna kick it right to Corey. You already know he's gonna give you a full outline of how these Cannabruhz episodes work. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you are just listening, first of all, we appreciate your ears right now.
Always.
Always. We appreciate your ears right now. And let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with word on the street. So what word on the street is all the new information that's coming from legislation, different businesses, decriminalization, all the different stuff that just come out there. We're gonna make sure that you have that information first. Next one is put you on game. Put you on game is predominantly for the connoisseurs out there, the CEOs, the business owners that are looking to figure out how to save money in the industry, how to get ahead, little quick tips to help you out so you can succeed and put more green back in your pocket.
That's right.
And then the last one we got is plug talk.
Hey.
Plug talk.
Plug.
So for plug talk, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take your business and we're gonna throw it up there. We're gonna look at what you have. We're gonna offer, show what you're offering to the public, try and get you some exposure. Again, our big motto is from seed to success. So we want to help your business grow, show our support, show our love. And also a big motto for us is put more Black faces in green spaces. So we're gonna make sure we highlight some minority-owned businesses to make sure that we can get them out there up and coming.
For sure. Yes, sir. So like you already know what we wondering first, man. There's so much going on in the news right now that we had to hit you with the word on the street. What we got coming up on word on the street, man?
So for word on the street, word is the Surgeon General put his blessing out on going ahead and decriminalizing cannabis.
Let's go.
That's
Movement.
Huge.
Movement.
That's huge.
Let's go.
So as we see, a lot of the top brass in the country are starting to show their support, whether it be decriminalization or legalization. So like Jerell said, that's one big step in a positive direction.
Let's go.
As well as the impact of what decriminalizing cannabis would do to the Black and brown community and to the entire country in general.
Absolutely, man. I agree, man. I think we try to break this down, I think, on like every podcast.
Of course.
Right. But it's like, you got to realize that why decriminalization is so important, because I know we're talking to a lot of ganjapreneurs out there, and you got your businesses. Well, who are you selling to, right? If everything is going to land me in jail, all your products are going to land me in jail. Do you think I'm taking those type of risks, right? So as they, we started to see them lower down the penalties first, right? And then we're starting, so it starts with lowering the penalties. Then it starts with actually like reversing some decisions that have already been made. Let's let some people out. These people are nonviolent offenders. there's no reason that they should be locked up. And because that threat is removed, now more people are free in this world, in this free country, right? That's what y'all told us. In this in this free country to express their undying love for cannabis, man. I mean, there's so many different qualities, man. What you saying?
Well, what I wanted to say is hopefully it comes with expungement as well. I would assume that's the 1-2 punch, right? So decriminalize it and then expunge all the people that have non-violent offenses. There's no reason for them to be ostracized and punished any further than they already have.
I agree. So yeah, let's continue to push not only for full legalization, but decriminalization of cannabis, right? So if you whatever, you know what it is, man. Support the movement. You know, we hashtag Harvest AF, hashtag
Harvest AF
here. Yeah, you know how it go. But ultimately, man, figure out what your local community is doing. I know here, I'm in Dallas. We have DFW normal. For the both of us, we have Texas normal. You know, so figure out what's going on. Figure out what signatures are needed, how you can add your signature to some local legislation to help push. Because we know that this is a fight that is really strong on the ground as far as maybe at the state level. And we're really just trying to push and make sure that that the federal level can get on board with what the states are doing. Because state by state seems like every week we're getting brand new news. We're coming to you a word on the street that another state has been legalized. And I'm sorry, man, but medically just ain't enough. You know what I mean? There's so many great effects. If you won't tell me, a doctor won't tell me I need a prescription for cannabis. What about just the simple fact that, hey, man, I'm just trying to enjoy life, man. This is not alcohol. But we understand it's going to have to be regulated. If you want to regulate it, treat it like alcohol, that's cool. I'm well over 21. Hey, I know some of people on YouTube, man, they've been like, I'm well over 21. Trust me. Okay. So I'm just saying that adults should be able to make the decision. You know, I'm not really here to say, I don't think we are. We're not here to say push, right? We aren't in the business in that way right now. You know, we handle the accounting, okay? But is at the same time, we should have a choice. You say it's a free country, don't stifle creative. Some people, you know, love to create when their mind is a little bit more free. And I'm just speaking recreationally, not medically. So let's just go ahead and push with that. But it's great to see that the higher ups, you got, before we spoke about the Senate, you know, so we spoke about Schumer in the Senate, actually pushing forward with a really strong presser. Once again, we still appreciate that in the movement, right? And now we're talking about medically it being not shunned anymore. So we're glad that they're getting on board federally. Y'all figure this out, man. Keep the movement rolling, snowballing. That's it. Man.
One step at a time.
Yeah, for sure. What else you got, man?
Well, that's it for our word on the street.
I knew you were gonna wrap it up. I was like, let's wrap it up.
We ain't got shit else. No.
That's about it. You ain't got to go home. All right. So I already know if that's all we got for word on the street. That's good enough, man. Y'all make sure y'all continue to push as we push towards full legalization and decriminalization of cannabis. And it's just like that. The next thing that we have for you is our favorite segment, because this is the reason we even started the podcast. We gonna put you on game.
Yes, sir.
You already know. Put you on game, man. What we doing today, Corey?
All right, so today we're making this for all the CEOs or soon to be CEOs or want to be CEOs.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna talk about how to start a cannabis business.
Man, we get this question like just one-on-one. I'm talking in actual, like, face-to-face, man. We get this questioned so much, like people
all the time.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, the cannabis thing is really picking up. How can I get involved? Right. So we know we're gonna go straight into it. So when it comes to the three sectors of the game, you literally have cultivation, you got distribution, and then you got your retail. Right. So your retail side, you already know that's where your dispensaries and stuff come from. What happens to it before that? Well, it has to literally get transported from where it's made, you know, where it's taken care of, where it's groomed and nourished and everything to the stores. That's the distribution side. And then you have the cultivating side. For the cultivators out there, I know it seems like no one pays attention to you. It's not the most glamorous way, but we gonna show you some love right here on the Cannabruhz, right?
Oh, of course.
You gotta show them some love. So what we gonna literally do is give you a little bit of like how to get it done. So you can make the decision if you want to get involved and carve out your niche in the market in the Cannaverse. We are going to break it down on what you need, what steps you need to take. We got your back. So Corey, what's up?
Let's get it pushing. Let's get it moving. How to start your cannabis business. So you saying you want to start a cannabis business is extremely broad, right? Yeah. So it's like you saying, hey, I want to start a technology business. It's like, okay, all right. So yes, it's kind of specific, but it's still very general, very broad. So in the cannabis industry, there's multi-facets, different levels. A couple of the main thing you want to figure out first is if you want to be a part of the plant touching, or if you want to be an ancillary business, meaning plant touching is you have hands-on with the plant, with cannabis, right? So whether you're a cultivator or if you're a breeder, so the breeder, their job is to make sure that they get the seeds to the cultivator and they breed and cross-pollinate different plants to come up with a certain strain and then get that to the cultivator to grow.
That's right.
And then you have with the cultivator, what kind of plant do you want? Right? Do you want just CBD or hemp? Is that your goal? And if it is hemp, what's the purpose of the hemp?
Right.
Is it industrial hemp? So are you making soap? Are you making ropes? Are you making textiles like clothes and stuff? Or are you trying to make CBD oil? Are you trying to make tinctures and all of that?
Yeah.
And then you have within the cultivators, you have the cultivars. So that's the different strains again. So these are the strains that have been grown out at this time. So these are like specific strains meant for, let's say a dispensary was wanting to purchase a certain strain. That's what that is.
Gotcha.
Yep. So that's that first part that you need to figure out. As far as if you want plant touching. So then you have the ancillary, right? So the ancillary is all the services that don't touch the cannabis but they support the cannabis.
Right.
For example, a lawyer, cannabis lawyer, accountants. Hello. You have people that the point of sale system, people that create that, the marketers, research, cannabis advisors, all of those, they don't touch the product. Therefore, they're considered the ancillary, the support for the cannabis movement, the cannabis businesses.
Right.
And then, so outside of the cultivator, then you have the manufacturers. So what their purpose is to convert the actual cannabis plant, the flower that's been trimmed into an actual product, right?
Right.
So that's where you have your edibles, you have your nerds rope, your
hot Cheetos,
hot Cheetos, Rice Krispie treats, all that stuff. That's where that comes into play as far as the manufacturer goes. Then you keep going. Then you have your processor. So now your processors / extractors, their job is to create the THC or create the CBD and actually transfer them plant into those oils.
Right.
So they extract all that stuff. And then you have the distributors. The distributors transport the plant to the different locations. Right. And then you have the dispensaries, which everybody knows what the dispensaries are, right? That's where they sell everything.
Yep.
Now, all of the businesses that I just listed outside of the ancillary businesses are all plant touching businesses. Right. So breeders, cultivators, manufacturers, processors, distributors, and dispensaries. All of those are plant touching businesses. So you have to, once you figure that out, then you'll move on to the next step. So,
which is that state licensing.
Yep. That's state licensing.
You got to make sure you get that license together, man. You can't be out there doing this illegally. It's the wrong business. It's the wrong industry to get into for wanting to do something illegally. This is not one of them situations like we dealt before cannabis. We dealt with a lot of people that had these business ideas, non-cannabis business ideas.
Right.
They would just begin. Let's say it's it's a lady that's in cosmetology, whatever like that. She starts doing hair out of her house or hair out of her apartment, right? There's no EIN, no anything like that. If you plan on actually being legit, like actually, if you plan on being in this industry at all, this is one of those industries that you can have stuff. You better make sure that your state licenses, you better check with the requirements for your specific state and figure out what's actually needed, man. But most importantly, it starts with that business plan, right?
Oh yes, definitely. You want to make sure that you have a business plan, like he said, so that you're not operating in the black market, right? Not at all. So yeah, you got to make sure you have that business plan tailored to your state. Right. So every state has different regulations. Every state has different guidelines. So you don't want to be looking at California and you live in Colorado because they might have two completely different processes to get their license for the state. Right. And while you think you're a law-abiding citizen, you're actually still you're still trafficking. You're unfortunately.
It's true, bro. Like you gotta think about it. It's still illegal federally. So like you at least want to be compliant state-wise, right? Like because you're a legal criminal. Like you're a legal criminal. You don't want to be an illegal criminal. That's just a regular criminal. Like, that's just any cop that sees you, right? Any law enforcement, judges ain't gonna look at you right. Like they're like, hey, you had a chance, right? And if you get into a courtroom or you're going into a courthouse or whatever to take care of your business after you've received crazy amount of fines and all other kind of stuff,
right?
They're gonna look at you like, did you not check this before you started? Come on, man. Get it together. Get it together.
You don't want to be in jail for foolish mistakes.
Right. So when it comes to those licenses, Corey, like,
okay.
So what is it like? Is it multiple licenses? Like, if I'm trying to open up a business, what am I trying to do? Like,
that's a great point.
Yeah,
that is a great point. So it all depends. It all depends on your business, right? So if you want to have a one-stop shop business where you do the cultivation, so you grow it all, as well as you manufacture it into the edibles that they are, and then you want to transport them to your dispensary. That's 4 different businesses right there, and that may require 4 different licenses, depending on the state again. Right. There's some states you only got to have 1 license to cover down on that per business. So that's a great question, and that's something that you always have to look into with your state is, okay, so based off my business plan, I have these 3 entities in one business. So how do I proceed?
Okay. Okay, I got another question. All right.
Okay. All right.
So let's say, okay, so if I'm thinking business wise, I probably want about 2 to 3 of these setups. Like
Okay.
in states where it's legal, I want to go
Okay.
ahead and set up. Okay, let me set up in Oregon, California, and in Washington.
Okay.
State, right? Like, and
Big
that's
money. Big money.
Yeah, man. I'm thinking of like I'm thinking of setting up shop. So when I'm gonna put somebody trusted over there. I'm gonna hire like a manager for that one, a manager for this one, and oversee the whole thing. Like, my only question is, can I copy and paste? Because I'm running a business here, so I'm kind of looking to maybe like a franchise type of way of about my operating. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So maybe I want to copy and paste the operating procedures, right? So like can I just simply copy and paste? Like I got my licenses for whatever those 3 states need individually,
Right.
or I believe I do, right? And now, so can I just copy and paste the operating procedures, the operations? Can I do that?
So that's a great area question. I want to say yes and no on that one. I would say you can keep the outline of that, but again, you gotta tailor it to your state.
Right.
For the fact of there's different compliance, different regulations that you have to make sure that you abide by for the state. So if, like I said before, if you copy and paste and you're going off of what California is doing and inside of Colorado, and then you get audited by the people,
right?
The people,
the haters,
right. They won't let you be successful, the man. No, I'm sorry. So you want to make sure that you're not operating on another states, because when they come, they're not going to show mercy. They're not going to have mercy. They're going to say, "Oh, this is illegal. Burn it all." And depending on how severe the mistake was, will determine if you get jail time or not. So you don't want to play those games. You want to make sure that all your operating procedures are dress compared to the whatever the state is requiring.
Okay.
Make sure that you're both tailoring it to federal and state.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Once again, because we know cannabis in general right now is a battle between federal and state. So it makes sense to me. Don't get caught lacking, right? Okay, and then I do got another question. Let me see. Okay. So, so the only reason I even have 3 different operations in 3 different states, I'm trying to get that money. You know what I mean? I need that money, right? So, like, can I kind of just keep that on the low as far as like, do I really need to, like, how does that work? Do I have to tell someone about what I have planned, like my projections, my financial projections and stuff like that? Like, is there anything I need to worry about as far as that kind of stuff? Or can I just kind of come out the blue and boom, got a Rolls Royce? I'm balling.
You always want to make sure you're on the up and up with your financials, with the state, federally, locally, all the above, because they want to make sure that you're not trafficking, you're not laundering money, trying to clean money through a legal business. So you want to make sure that all your financials are straight, because if your financials aren't straight, that will affect / impact you not getting getting a license. So if they say, hey, we need to see all your financial statements, we need to see all your procedures, all of that, all of that plays into you getting a license. If all that's not squared away, then you can be sitting there twiddling your thumbs trying to figure out what happened. Why did I get denied?
Okay. And I imagine that process takes quite a while as far as licensing, right?
Right. And that it's all state dependent again.
Yeah. Hey, man.
State dependent.
I guess I got a lot of stuff I would have to look into, man, to get this operation going. Hey, man, I need those doors that open up in the inside, not the outside, man. I need them. I need the doors that open up like suicide doors.
Those butterfly.
That's a butterfly door. I need that. Okay. All right.
And one big thing is on your financial projections is you got to make sure you have enough to run your business. And that's a lot of people get into this industry thinking that they're going to get rich fast, but it doesn't work that way. You're constantly bleeding cash every day, every hour. So and then how the government, state and federal taxes it's really taking the majority of your cash flow. So you got to make sure that you have enough cash to survive 3, 6, 12 months so that you can start turning and generating more revenue for your business. I think the average application fee costs $30,000. Right? Okay. It's expensive. A licensing fee average about 200,000. So right there, that's 230,000.
It's 200 vans for the license fee?
For the license fee. And that's not saying that you're gonna get approved.
Yeah. Dang, that makes sense. Okay. What about is there any yearly costs or anything like that you know of?
So there's always renewal fees and annual registration. I mean, that can run you about 60 racks right there. Whoa. So, I mean, again, because this business is highly regulated, and because it's federally illegal, everything is expensive. Okay. Nothing is cheap in this industry.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking of, I'm like, man, every single location got to be popping. I mean, retail wise, I'm talking retail stores, right?
Okay.
Dispensaries and whatnot. So I'm worried about marketing costs, right? I got to hire some people, right? I got to hire the right staff. I got to have some kind of inventory control.
Yep.
What do you estimate that should cost me, or what should I be putting away from what I'm at least saving up for my business with?
And again, all of this varies per state. I'm gonna say on average, for $15 an hour for staff, for your bud tenders. Okay. If you have a dispensary, marketing could be anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7% of your sales revenue. You know, and your sales revenue.
And that's just projections though, right? Because what's my first year? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because you could make $1 million your first year. So right. So now you're talking potentially 5% of $1 million.
Oh,
just for marketing.
Hey, bring that rain back. Oh man. I can't even make it rain yet, man. I can't even.
Yeah, man.
I can't even do my little money flex thing. I want to flex my my weed money. You know, I can't do that.
You put it on your arm.
I want to put it on my arm.
Got bands.
I want to put it on my arm. Roll it down to my wrist like Kodak.
One thing that a lot of people have to realize about the cannabis industry. So it's as you get ready to start your business, you got to think of your exit strategy from the beginning, right? Because a lot of businesses aren't in this industry for the long game. They're in it to be in it for 5-10 years, let it get legalized, and then sell it to whoever's going to buy it, and they live their American dream after that.
Hey, that's spoken like a true kingpin right there, man.
Right.
That's real game from an OG right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta think about that. You gotta think about that because
strategy. Yeah.
if you're constantly just thinking about right now, not thinking about the exit, then when cannabis is legalized, everybody's going to jump into it.
Right.
I mean, the big businesses, Coca-Cola, Amazon, Pepsi.
You know, a lot of people don't realize though, Corey, it's like a lot of the big businesses are already backing cannabis, man. Like you really look at it, man, this stuff is showing up all the time on the news. Like that's word on the street for real. Word on the street is that a lot of the big businesses are actually backing cannabis already. They have investments already in cannabis. It's just on the state level. You know, this is something that they mentioned like around the time of that presser that was put out by the Democratic Senate. So man, yeah, I guess that's a good point. So if I'm thinking about my exit strategy, then I gotta have my eyes on the market at all times, right?
Always. Yep.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm glad you said that. Takes us to our next point. You got to make sure that you analyze the market, right? So you find your niche, right?
Got it.
You figure all that out, all the operations and stuff. Now you got to analyze the market to see where you fit inside your niche, right?
Yeah.
And so, what makes you special? How do you differentiate yourself from all the businesses?
Look, I got it. Right.
Okay,
so
let me hear it.
This is what I'm doing, right?
Okay.
I'm hiring the hottest DJ in the city, right? Whatever city I'm
DJ Khaled.
I'm telling you, I'm hiring the hottest DJ in the city, right?
Okay.
I gotta give out something free, right? Like I gotta give out some freebies. We gotta have a huge grand opening concert. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it. And to me, the big thing is we're talking about cannabis. So it has to feel like just good energy, good vibes in there, you know, so music playing, not just through the DJ, you know, maybe have a live guitar, just a, you know, a little acoustic guitar just playing throughout when the DJ is finishing his set. When he finishes his set, all of a sudden that acoustic guitar just playing and you just vibe, man. You know, maybe some strings. I need some strings in general.
You know, it reminds me so you know those medicine commercials where it's like introducing, I can't even think of it.
Zolaflex.
Canaflex. And you know they're talking about you have the person in the background like, my whole life I had this going on, right? I mean, and then in the background, you got the people just dancing. It's like they're in the club just having a good time.
What I was gonna do in my life until I decided to get into the weed game.
Side effects include death, loss of 2 toes,
loss of your wife, loss of that Rolls Royce that you bought in the first year.
It's in the background dancing.
Constant self-esteem reevaluation.
Hey, whenever I need to feel a certain way, I think of Canaflex.
And I'm right back in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm analyzing the market. Okay, I get it. So what makes me special? I get that. Like what's popular, what's popping, what's trendy. I gotta think that because like you said, it's right. It's oversaturating. It's oversaturating the game.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense. So it's oversaturating the game. Like they oversaturating the game, so I gotta stick out. That makes sense.
Right.
Cool. Then that's it. Then I'm good, right? The market.
Well, I mean, what's big in the market, right? So if everybody has edibles, if that's the next big thing out there, you probably want to have some edibles in your business. Now, so think about this now. So going back to the first point and differentiating yourself, right? What makes you different? Well, you have different type of edibles. You have stronger edibles. You have more absorbent edibles that you feel the impact faster, so on and so forth, right? That's what's going to make you stand out more on top of that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Then what's next? So I understand the market, man. I've saved my money. In fact, I've even opened like different accounts. So I got like
Okay.
stuff for my marketing account for the staff, and I think I'm pretty much ready to go. Like, what else do I got to do? What's next?
Well, the big thing, and we haven't really mentioned it yet, is taxes, right?
Ah,
So you got to make sure that your business is following the guidelines for the state, the city, the state, and federally.
word.
And so you've differentiated yourself. You got a trendy product. You're making all types of money. Thinking,
Popping.
you know, I'm taking over the game.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar, and then and then they say, okay, Uncle Sam comes knocking on your business saying, son, you've done your state proud. Okay.
You don't even want to hear the compliment. Like, you know, do the compliment sandwich. You're like, no, just get straight to
it. You've done your state proud, but I need mine. I need mine, or you're gonna be a terrorist.
No,
you're gonna be
a
drug trafficking terrorist.
Yeah, straight up. That's how you treat it. So I guess Uncle Sam needs the taxes. I already knew taxes was coming, right? And I got to pay all these taxes. So, dang, man, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm still a business. So I still go through everything that a normal business goes through, having to worry about, you know, excise, sales tax, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm still federally illegal. But according to the state, I'm legal. I'm good. I'm set up. Man, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, and federally there. So typically businesses there might be an excise tax federally, but there's not going to be an excise tax because you're going to get hit with your business partner. And I'm sure you're probably wondering, like, what? I came into this business alone. Like it's just me making all this money. No, your business partner, his name is 280. Last name E.
280, man.
And he wants his cut.
He wants his cut.
The infamous.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is whatever expenses and deductions you have, if you don't have, and that it kind of goes back up to the top, right? If you don't have your financials, if you don't have your operation intact, then you're not going to be able to write off or deduct any of your expenses for doing business, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna, if you make a certain amount of money, and typically, you know, you'd be able to write 60% off as a regular business,
right?
You're not gonna be able to write that 60% off, and they're gonna tax you on the full amount,
right?
So you want to make sure that you have a knowledgeable cannabis accountant on your team, making sure that you are set up for success.
Shameless plug.
Hashtag harvest.
Hashtag harvest AF. Hey, man. Yeah, in all seriousness though, like those taxes are going to hit. You want to make sure you have a plan. You have a tax plan. Like you have somebody that actually helps you with the structure, and that is true. Like a lot of people, like it seems like such a luxurious industry to get into. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it takes a team. Like you remember, it was a while ago. Somebody told us about like that belt, right? Like,
the belt. Yep.
The belt,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So I know I need a banker. What was the E? Right. I know I need a banker. And I think I'm worried about is it e-commerce? It's something about e-commerce. I know attorney.
Oh no, it's no E. It's a AI instead of an E. So it's banker. accountant.
There you go.
An IT person,
Lawyer.
A lawyer, and a tax person. Yeah.
Good point.
That's belt. BAILT.
Yeah,
banker, accountant, IT, lawyer, tax.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna write this down. No,
Yep.
just make sure y'all writing this down. We need to make sure
Yep.
screen or something.
Right.
Okay, so I need my banker. Okay, then I need my accountant.
Yep.
Then I need an IT person.
And
then,
you know what?
What's that?
I think nope. I stands for insurance. Banker, accountant,
There we go.
Insurance, lawyer, technology.
Boom.
Technology.
Thank you. So
yes.
yeah, if we're gonna put that on, we might have to put that in the description or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need that belt though. Yeah, that's the team around you. You really think about it. That's like that's like getting in the game and realizing, okay, I play basketball for a living, but I need a trainer, right? Like I need a nutritionist, right? I need right. So I gotta eat right. I gotta train well, right? I need everything. I need a agent, and then if I want to do things off the court, like I need extra stuff. So it's the same deal. So everyone entrepreneur, it's not just them, man. It's a whole team around them to make sure that they comply with everything we're talking about, like all the state and federal, things that are in place, the taxes, everything. So these people would take care of everything. And, you said technology. So that's if I want to do an app, I got to have the back end for that. Always going to need an attorney because somebody going to come up and try to, oh man, somebody going to say, man, I ate a brownie from his dispensary or whatever like that and wrecked my car, and, I'm going to say, hey, my lawyer made sure we put that on the back of the packaging. So we are not at fault. You know what I mean? But that definitely makes sense. Okay.
And another thing with belt, the best way for me to remember it is the purpose of a belt is to hold up your pants, right? It's keep everything together, keep everything tight. And so that's the purpose. If you don't have a belt, everything's gonna fall apart. Your pants gonna drop on the ground, and you just looking foolish. So make sure you have your belt.
Hey, spoken like a true father. Look here, Brooklyn. I'm gonna tell you what you need. No, that's true, man. Hey, don't get caught out here with your pants down, right? Heard that before. Don't get caught out here with your pants down.
Exactly.
Have that belt in place, man. Okay, so all right, so got my belt together. Now here's the biggest issue. I got a lot of big dreams. It's gonna make us all a lot of money.
Okay.
But I don't have all that money you were talking about, man. Okay, so what is it like? I know I've heard a lot of things. Word on the street is that it's really tough to secure like funds and stuff like that.
Right.
So can you talk a little bit about like how can I get some capital built up? Like how can I get some, hey, invest in me. I got some great ideas. Like how do I get that?
Hashtag how to secure the bag.
Okay, got it.
So first off, banking is virtually non-existent, and it's non-existent due to cannabis not being federally legal. So all the big players in the banking industry, they're holding off. They're waiting until the federal government says, hey, you're good to go. There's not going to be any blowback. So a lot of times in the different states, there's going to be like credit unions. There's local credit unions that may service you and provide you with the loan, but you can't rely on the SBA. You can't rely on any type of federally backed program. Now, to further answer your question, You might have to find a venture capitalist, might have to find an angel investor, or get a private loan from someone's rich uncle. And I mean, and they'll just have to be silent partners if that's how you want to set it up.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Because I think, man, yeah, trust me, man. Whenever I get the right investor, man, it's gonna go. I'm telling you, my plan, I already got it laid out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still working on it. I do need the funds. I just can't figure that part out. And then I got everything. That's my team. Yeah, I developed my plan. I got the money. Okay, I've already thought about accounts, like how to save up for it myself. And what's left? Like, what else do I gotta do after that?
I mean, really, the biggest thing after that part, you got everything lined up. You're set up for success.
Yeah.
Now you just got to spread the word. You got to promote. You got to put your name out there. You got to plug your business. Now, the thing with that, because it's cannabis, social media is not going to let you promote selling drugs on their platform. So if you got a dispensary and you're talking about, hey, come try the OG Kush, it'll get you right. La 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 la.
But I see, but hold on, man. I see all these pages, you know, dudes be having pages and stuff.
Right.
They sell.
So as long you could have pages, but as long as, so similar to this podcast, if it's informational and educational, then it'll fly. But if you're trying to sell on that platform, they might shut the whole page down. You might just be a subscriber to the page, but they might shut the whole page down because one person got caught trying to sell cannabis. And especially if you're in a state that's not legal. Oh man, you're gonna have the DEA come bust your door down. It's gonna be crazy.
That's a good point. I ain't even think about that.
So what I recommend though is word of mouth. You might be able to hop on a podcast like Cannabruhz. Shameless plug.
Hey, we do plug talk. You just gotta remember that. We will love and also with all just being serious about it, being serious for a second about plug talk. Seriously though, if you are an emerging, up and coming cannabis business, we would love to have that conversation with you here on the platform, here on the Cannabruhz. We invite you guys, so make sure you go ahead and shoot us a DM on social media. You can always find us at Harvest ACC Firm LLC on IG. You can send us an email. That's going to be admin@harvestaf.com. Again, that's admin@harvestaf.com. I got to go ahead and put out that little quick commercial because we would love to have a conversation with some ganjapreneurs and see what's really going on the ground. Like, how do they feel about things? We can talk things over here. We have a live conversation, a live consultation with you here, or we can just simply talk cannabis. You know what I mean? So we would love to you be able to share your passion for not just the industry as a business, but just your passion and your love for cannabis and cannabis related products. So man, come on to Plug Talk live segment, live edition of Plug Talk. We're going to be here waiting for you. Hashtag the Cannabruhz, man. Let's go. Yeah. Hey. So speaking of, you know what time it is?
What time is
it? It's time for some Plug Talk.
Plug Talk. Hey.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, man, Plug Talk, for anybody that don't know, we already told you what it is. We are looking to boost your business. Simple enough. We don't care how many followers you have. We don't care how long you've been in business. We don't even care where you are, right? You need to tell us that when you appear on Plug Talk or when you just send your information in to the available channels. You can comment down below and we're going to get in touch with you. We're going to do our best to actually answer any messages that are sent to us when it comes to promoting, because we're all about the small business owners out there, right? So this week in Plug Talk, I got a couple. I wanted to show some love, Corey. I wanted to show some love to our Latinx, the Latinas, the Latinos out there that's doing their thing, owning some cannabis businesses. I thought that was extremely important.
Right.
We from Texas, so that's just familiar, you know what I mean? So
right.
I found a couple that were actually pretty interesting to me that I wanted to get out there. So let's go ahead and get them up on the screen. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the the website. So for everybody watching us on YouTube, you'll be able to check this out. And for everybody else, man, pull up your phone and do it yourself. Okay. The first one is Bloom Wellness NJ. So Bloom, like the flower, Bloom Wellness NJ. The NJ is for New Jersey. BloomWellnessNJ.com. All right. So simple enough. Bloom Wellness is in New Jersey. They're in Blackwood, New Jersey. Right. It's a soon-to-be there, specified as a soon-to-be medical cannabis dispensary and wellness center. Founded by Cindy Ortiz, William, and Matthew is the family. The group entered the cannabis industry after Ortiz used cannabis to help with symptoms and side effects of cancer treatment. So shout out to them. That's what we're talking about, those medical advancements when you talk about cannabis and how cannabis can be used to actually aid. I love focusing on the wellness part of it. So let's get into it. What they got here at Bloom Wellness?
All right. So first off, I love the background. You see a little bit of the sticky icky in the back.
Okay, word. Yeah, I do see it. I see. Okay.
All right. So their core values are honesty, integrity, teamwork, safety, and respect. At the center lies our responsibility to run a consistent and reliable consumer-based dispensary focused around learning and education.
Word.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like we said it before, and it's interesting. Like, I'm glad this is a little bit different than our normal Plug Talk. Normally, you're going to see all kind of oils and edibles and everything like that. But I want to scroll down real quick for anybody that's, kind of watching, like I said, the YouTube and everything like that. They could be contacted, okay, at CORTs@BloomWellnessNJ.com. So just be on the lookout overall for Bloom Wellness in New Jersey. I know New Jersey's going up right now. They're being extremely progressive when it comes to cannabis and legalization and everything like that. So shout out to them. So let's go ahead and make sure you show them some love. Once again, that's BloomWellnessNJ.com. Follow the movement. I like their mission. I like what they're about. We just wanted to show you some love here on the Cannabruhz. So shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to Bloom.
Yeah. What else I got? I also have, and this was kind of cool when I was researching a little bit.
Okay.
Dr. Greenthumb. So this one is actually kind of popping because you'll know when you pull this up a little bit more about the person that co-founded Dr. Greenthumb. Right. So for all the cannabis enthusiasts out there, I'm talking about a legend. I'm talking about a legend in the game. When you think about cannabis, you think about the culture, you think about like LA, Sacktown, Sacramento, you think about like that, man. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you literally just need to pull up. Let me see. We're gonna do it. We can do their IG. Let's just go ahead and get into their IG. Dr. Greenthumbs. Dr. Greenthumbs, Los Angeles. Spelled all the way out. Dr. Greenthumbs, Los Angeles. I'm seeing they say they're fully licensed dispensary, medical 18 plus, recreational 21 plus out there in Cali. they says, remember when Corey mentioned to y'all, don't be trying to sell on Instagram? Right here in their bio, it says nothing for sale, all caps, exclamation, don't ask. Okay. But they're located at 2019 Pasadena Avenue in LA. Zip code 90031. Check them out. They even listed the phone number. That's 818-651-7420. So man, this is kind of dope. I'm seeing, man, they get a lot of celebrity love out there, because you might notice one of the co-founders when you see it. But man, definitely check them out. Yeah, the craziest part I be thinking about while you pull it up, man, is just like, man, when it's federally legalized, like the way you will be able to, go on different platforms, and it'll become more marketplace like. You have
right.
Facebook has their marketplace, and other platforms are definitely going to get involved, because everybody's going to be trying to figure out what different avenues of making money are there out there. So that's really dope. This is it right here, Dr. Green Thumbs, man. Go ahead and scroll up. Founded by Be Real of Cypress Hill. Okay.
Insane in the brain.
Come on, man. Everybody know, man, Be Real has been one of the hip hop founding fathers when it comes to the cannabis, showing cannabis love, and advocating for cannabis legalization and the whole thing. So this one don't really require too much, but Dr. Green Thumbs out there, Pasadena, LA, California, so if you out there, I know I got some homies out there in California, man, y'all go check out Dr. Green Thumbs if you haven't already. Oh, they got yeah, come on, man. It's legendary over there. I'll definitely like their page. Yeah, man, they doing it, man. I know oh man, this is dope. I'm just kind of checking it out as we go. And that's George Lopez. Okay. Yeah, man. I already know they're gonna get some love out there.
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, okay.
Is that Rick Ross?
That's Rick Ross, the real Ross. Freeway Rick Ross, man. So man, I was watching some interviews with Rick Ross. He definitely trying to, take over the game the legal way. That is so inspiring too. We talk about criminalization. We need those records expunged, man. Like you mentioned, expunging has to be such a big thing. We don't want people just let out of jail. That's a great thing. But at the same time, if you let me out, that means I shouldn't have been there in the first place, which means this doesn't need to be on my record.
Right.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. But that's Dr. Green Thumbs, man. And that was the ones that I wanted to show some love to today.
Okay.
For once again, the Latinx cannabis community out there. So shout out to y'all, Dr. Green Thumbs, of course, and of course the up and coming Bloom Wellness in New Jersey. But just shout out to y'all. This is another edition of Love Talk.
Bug Talk.
Hey. So yeah, man, y'all already know how it goes, man. We do appreciate the love you getting to this point in the podcast, another episode. Man, if you enjoyed it, if you got something out of it, if you like the way we put you on game, so now you got your whole little business idea, and it's more than one light bulb, it's multiple light bulbs. They just going off, right? Man, then go ahead and make sure you share, and subscribe. Continue listening, continue showing us some love. Show us some love in the comments, hit us with the DMs, whatever. And if you have any questions, please hit us on our DMs on any platform. We're gonna try to make sure that we always respond promptly to those. Is there anything else I'm forgetting, Corey?
Hey man, a couple of things actually. I want to actually throw a disclaimer out there real quick.
Yeah.
So we provided a lot of knowledge, a lot of information today, but make sure you talk with an accountant. Make sure you talk with a lawyer before you make any type of decisions. Don't just go off of what we said and then try and hop into the business. Right. This was all for conversational purpose as always, right? So I just want to throw that out there because there's always going to be that person.
Yeah. I did exactly what you said. Jerell said to open up three different. Go to Washington, California. No, I didn't say that. Okay, I was joking. So don't be that guy. Don't be that lady. You know.
Who told you to do that? The Cannabruhz.
Cannabruhz. I bet you're gonna spell it wrong anyways. Okay, that's a CANNABRUHZ. Just so you can go ahead and sue us properly. No. Well, yeah, man. Send us out, man. Send us out.
So we greatly appreciate all the support, all the love that we've gotten over our first few episodes. We're gonna keep it pushing. Make sure you support the movement.
Yeah.
Make sure you support the businesses out there, the cannabis businesses, the cannapreneurs, the cannasaurs out there. Make sure you show them love. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Hashtag Cannabruhz. Hashtag HarvestAF. What's that AF stand for? Harvest always fill us in and information.
Yes, sir.
So again, thank you all.
Yeah.
And that's the Cannabruhz, and we out.
We out.
Hey.
Yeah. Peace.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Here to give you knowledge that you didn't know. Put you on some game, now you got a buzz. You are now listening to Cannabruhz.